Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019. And well, football season has arrived. If you didn't show up at work today and somebody tried to get you in a survivor pool, then nope, you don't have any friends. Basically, that's what happened. Even I had a friend that asked me to get in a survivor pool this week. Already, the NFL season's here, and I have spent a lot of time working on all of these files. College football, NFL, and MLB are all getting a ton of work. And MLB is doing great. Top nine games won yesterday. Unbelievable. But let's talk about football because everybody wants to know about survivor pools and what are you going to do this week? Who are you going to choose? Well, we start out with a caveat. So this NFL file, which is awesome and works throughout the year, allows you to browse through all the schedule and kind of predict who you think is going to win based on team stats and player stats as well. But it's week one, and I do not have any player stats in here. I don't even have the right teams on the right rosters right now. It's all based on last year, so there've been a ton of trades. So you really can only use this as a guide. It's not going to be as awesome as it's going to be starting in week two once we get all the player stats in here. So, what can we take from this? If you have to take a team here in week one because you're in a survivor pool and you got to win, what do? Well, based on last year's stats, it says that the Ravens over Miami are the strongest pick according to the formulas and equations that this thing runs, the algorithm here. Now, I was at a few Miami games last year. I was actually at the first Miami Dolphin game of the season last year, which happened to be the longest NFL game in history. Look it up. It was like a 9-hour game because of lightning. I sat there for 3.5 hours and saw 4 minutes of football. That was the first time I ever went to a football game in my life. That stunk, but I was at a few other games that were better. This team has some offense. You never know what's going to happen with Baltimore. So, and they're also away in Miami. It could be hot, Lord knows, right? I'm scared to take the Ravens here. Bears over the Packers. You never say no to Aaron Rodgers, even though the Bears are a better team. At least last year they were a stronger team. I'm scared of that. Russell Wilson now signs a big contract going up against Cincinnati. I don't know whether AJ Green's still there. I don't know if Dalton's playing. Well, what is clearly Vegas thinks that Seattle's a really heavy favorite here, so I can see why it's liking that better than the top two, and I kind of understand that. Uh, Denver over Oakland. That's scary. I would not take Denver. Um, Dallas over the Giants. And the Giants are a team in distress, probably. I don't know if Ezekiel Elliott's coming back. A lot of variables here, right? This is the pick I like the most, is the most secure, and I'll tell you why in a week one. I like Kansas City over Jacksonville because Jacksonville just had so many difficulties last year. They can't have turned it all around just over a winner. Kansas City's got Mahomes. They love to win games early in the season. They win them convincingly. They always get off to like a 6 or 8-0 start. Sometimes the Chiefs. I think that this is the solid game. This is the one that I like the most. But we're going to have a ton more data. If you want to subscribe to this file and get a copy of all this information as it comes out, as injuries and everything are released, and add all the player stats and all here, I'm going to be applying different weights to different passing, rushing, receiving. I'm going to have injuries in here. We've got everything we need, odds and everything. So I like the Chiefs at minus 200. Also is a good Vegas line. That's my pick of the day. Rams over the Panthers. I don't know. Maybe Newton comes to play. That scares me as well. Detroit over Arizona, only because Arizona is so miserable, but Detroit is not a team you want to put your money on. Eagles over the Skins. That, I don't know what I don't think Alex Smith is playing. I don't know what the Case Keenum or whatever, or whoever's the starter for the Skins now. Eagles are home as well. I mean, the Skins do not fare well. This is probably a pretty strong pick also. Saints and Texans. There were some trades going on. Saints are probably pretty strong based on last year. That's actually a decent one. Well, Houston isn't bad. It's not Tennessee. Buffalo over the Jets. Stay away from that. Although Buffalo's a dog, but it likes them. The file likes them at 19%. Games above 20% are going to be more reliable in this file as we go out throughout the season. So anyway, I will post this up because week one's going to be free for everybody because we don't have player stats in here yet, and it's really not worth as much as it's going to be worth later. Well, let's finish off on baseball. We won't even talk about college football. There's going to be another video coming on Thursday or Friday about Friday's college football games. That file's coming along nicely. We had a winning week, but let's talk about baseball. Today for baseball, like I said yesterday, look at that. We win the top 8 games we win. Go 9-2. I should with the round robin paid like 3 or 4 to 1 almost for the top 7 games, which you should have taken above bet score 3 if you got this. So awesome day yesterday. August, we've been winning. We don't need to go over that. Let's just go over today's games and who it likes. So it likes the Dodgers, my pick to win the World Series. Cleveland over the White Sox. Cubs over Seattle. A lot of games over. Look at all these games over bet score 3. 10 games over bet score 3. Um, Looking at the breakdown, I haven't really reviewed anything. So I know there's a triple A or double A pitcher here for San Diego, but it's telling you to stay away from that game anyway. Didn't cover a lot of the run lines last night, but they did win games. So, betting on the money line here, there isn't a lot to choose from. I guess Houston's line's the best up here. Oakland's line's pretty good, but they do have trouble with their bullpen, so I'd watch out for that. Miami's pretty awful. Pittsburgh came off a nice series in Colorado. Washington and the Mets, which Scherzer going. That's an interesting game. I can see why it's down on the list because the Mets can win. So if you stick up at the top, they're awful money lines, but I like a lot of this. I like a lot of this down. Watch out. Tampa Bay over Baltimore is probably better. So anyway, a lot of good stuff going on. If you're interested in subscribing to any of this, go to kenbraverman.com. We've got college football, we've got football, we've got baseball, we've got hockey coming, and then we got college basketball coming. It never ends, and it looks like they're all winning. So may everything continue to be winning.